In the ambitious skies of the 21st century, America has unveiled a new symbol of power: the Manta II fighter jet, a military aircraft that commands global attention. More than just a simple upgrade, the Manta II is a declaration of technology and strategy, featuring optimal stealth capabilities, incredible speed, and almost surreal maneuverability. It is not merely a weapon, but a leap forward in modern military thinking. Will the Manta II disrupt the balance in the air? What bold innovations have earned it the title of a game-changer? Join Navy Power as we uncover the secrets behind this top-tier steel exterior in today's video. The Lockheed Martin X-44 Manta has ushered in a new chapter in jet aircraft design and construction. It represents not just a small step forward, but a complete rethinking of flight control. This is a joint effort by NASA and the United States Air Force to develop it. They faced an almost impossible challenge: creating an aircraft without any tail surfaces, no horizontal stabilizer, no vertical fins, and nothing at the back for control. This is akin to asking someone to ride a bicycle without handlebars. How could they overcome this obstacle? What makes the X-44 Manta truly groundbreaking is its sophisticated three-dimensional thrust vectoring technology, which allows for complete control of its flight posture without the need for traditional control surfaces like tail fins or rudder wings. Instead of using a tail fin, the X-44 is fully controlled by adjusting the thrust direction through multidimensional vectoring nozzles. It utilizes high-temperature resistant materials such as titanium carbon alloys and a rapid-response electronic servo system. The entire process is controlled by the DFCS Digital Flight Control System, which uses motion prediction algorithms, accelerometers, and high-precision gyroscopes. Thanks to that, the X-44 achieves extremely high maneuverability even at low speeds or high angles of attack, while completely eliminating aerodynamic control surfaces, reducing radar cross-section, and enhancing combat durability. Developed based on previous successes, but with significant adjustments, this aircraft features an expanded delta-wing design. Manta's planning documents do not hide the ambition to create an aircraft that breaks away from current aviation technology. Lockheed Martin created the X-44 prototype to demonstrate a groundbreaking concept in aircraft control. A fighter jet can be fully maneuvered by directing engine thrust without the need for traditional control surfaces such as vertical stabilizers or elevators. This design offers unexpected advantages. Without a tail and with vertical stabilizers, the X-44 becomes more elusive on radar screens than ever before. This is the power of technological innovation. Could it be that a new era in aerial combat has begun? What is the real value of the X-44 Manta when it only reached the prototype stage and never had an official price announced? Developed by Lockheed Martin in collaboration with NASA and the U.S. Air Force, the research costs for similar aircraft run into billions of dollars. For instance, the F-22 Raptor costs around $150 million each. Given that the X-44 features more advanced technology and only a single prototype was produced, many military experts estimate its value to range from $200 to $300 million. The sleek triangular aircraft not only incorporates radar signature reduction capabilities, but is also extremely aerodynamically efficient, creating a menacing and destructive presence in the sky. When pilots first saw the concept sketches, they described it as an airborne weapon rather than a conventional fighter jet. Many members of Navy Power joked that the X-44 Manta looked like a cross between the F-22 Raptor and a UFO, with a design that embodies modern fighter jet aesthetics, combined with an alien spacecraft vibe. Lockheed Martin's X-44A prototype is an unmanned aircraft used for technology testing. developed by Skunk Works. It first flew in 2001 but was kept secret until 2018, focusing on testing technologies for tailless flying wing UAVs. The X-44A was developed after the RQ-3 Dark Star project was cancelled in 1999 as a technology demonstrator aircraft for a flying wing UAV line that could be used for both combat and non-combat roles. It represents an intermediate design between the Dark Star and the P-175 Polecat, aiming to improve aerodynamics and unmanned control systems. Currently, the X-44A is on display at the National Museum of the United States Air Force, highlighting its role in leading to more advanced stealth UAVs like the RQ-170 Sentinel. With its futuristic and sophisticated design, along with an exceptional tracking and evasion system, the X-44 not only represents an impressive advancement in aerospace technology, but also comprehensively redefines the form and capabilities of a modern fighter jet. Another significant change is the aircraft's blended wing-body design, which represents a fundamental shift in the overall structure of the fighter jet. Unlike other aircraft where the wings, fuselage, and tail are distinct components, the Manta's frame seamlessly integrates these elements. This structure significantly reduces drag while optimizing lift, creating an aircraft that cuts through the air with unparalleled efficiency. Incorporating invisibility into every aspect of the X-44's design, with radar-absorbing materials coating its exterior surfaces, edges, and carefully crafted surface patterns to minimize radar reflection. Imagine an aircraft that is nearly invisible, appearing on radar as just a small blip, smaller than a bird, despite its actual large size. Do you think this will change the way we approach aerial defense and offense? Advancements in material technology extend beyond exterior design and penetrate the very structure of aircraft materials. The aircraft's exterior shell and internal components are meticulously crafted from advanced compounds, creating a unique combination of lightweight structure and exceptional durability. These advanced materials play a crucial role in significantly reducing the overall weight of the aircraft, while enhancing durability under harsh flying conditions. According to information from the War Zone, the X-44A utilizes a composite structure made from carbon nanotubes to minimize overall weight and optimize stealth capabilities against radar. The selection of this advanced material aims to enhance the operational efficiency of drone designs while meeting the requirements for stealth in modern military missions. Carbon nanotubes also help increase structural durability, allowing UAVs to operate effectively in various harsh conditions while maintaining the lowest possible level of detectability. Instead of relying on conventional control surfaces, the X-44 will achieve yaw, pitch, and roll control through advanced thrust vectoring technology. This may involve modifying the two-dimensional nozzles of the F-22 to provide more comprehensive directional control capabilities. The delta wing shape is a smart choice for several important reasons. First, it provides the X-44 with a new deployment method, and moreover, the larger wing offers more space for internal fuel tanks, allowing the X-44 to carry more fuel. Has anyone ever wondered how fighter jets can be even more advanced? Let's delve deeper with Navy power into the innovative design of the X-44 Manta compared to the F-22 Raptor. If you think the F-22 is already modern, just wait until you learn about the enhancements the X-44 Manta brings. First, let's talk about the F-22 Raptor. It's an advanced aircraft, but it still relies on traditional fighter jet design with control surfaces like flaps and ailerons. These components help the aircraft increase lift during takeoff and landing, while also allowing for complex maneuvers such as turning, climbing, and descending. The F-22 also incorporates thrust vectoring technology, allowing the aircraft's nose to move flexibly in vertical or horizontal directions, optimizing maneuverability in emergency situations. But now, let's shift our attention to the X-44 Manta, a revolutionary leap forward. The standout difference is that the X-44 lacks traditional airframe control surfaces, relying entirely on thrust vectoring for flight control. Do you think this will provide greater maneuverability? Imagine driving a car where you don't need to steer with a steering wheel, but instead use the engine's power directly to navigate. That's the difference between thrust vector control and conventional steering. This method not only simplifies the mechanical structure, but also elevates control capabilities to a new level. A level that was previously only imaginable in the realm of modern aerospace engineering. The strengths of this design go beyond its exceptional flexibility. It is also fuel efficient due to improved aerodynamics and reduced overall weight. The design of the X-44 Manta is not just an improvement, but also a new vision for the future of military aviation. Have you ever imagined a fighter jet capable of performing quick, precise maneuvers thanks to an advanced method like Mantis? This method promises to give the aircraft extraordinary agility, but it also comes with its own challenges regarding complexity, reliability, and the need for extremely advanced flight control software. Although the F-22 is highly regarded for its electromagnetic signature management capabilities, its vertical and horizontal surfaces inadvertently create points where radar can reflect back, increasing radar exposure. This is a weakness in the stealth concept. How can stealth capabilities be enhanced? The answer lies in surface simplification, a strategy thoroughly applied to the X-44. By eliminating complex contours, sharp edges, and gaps that easily reflect radar waves, the X-44 almost vanishes from the detection range of tracking systems. The seamless design with minimal protruding details not only helps reduce radar signals, but also enhances aerodynamics. Additionally, unlike the F-22, which is limited by its fuel storage space, the X-44 utilizes its large delta wings to store more fuel, significantly extending its range. Did you know that speed is often the decisive factor in modern aerial combat? The X-44 Manta takes this principle to an extraordinary level, with the ability to maintain stable flight at speeds exceeding Mach 3, far surpassing most existing fighter jets and even some types of missiles. On the contrary, many sources suggest that the X-44A is equipped with a Williams F112 turbofan engine with a thrust of 732 pounds-force. This is a small engine commonly used in UAVs and cruise missiles like the AGM-129, with an expected subsonic speed, similar to other UAVs using this engine. Based on the engine, it is likely to achieve a speed similar to other UAVs, approximately Mach 0.8. So, if the X-44 can't compete with its rivals in terms of speed, are you curious about what truly sets the X-44 apart from current generation aircraft? It's the Super Cruise capability. Unlike conventional fighter jets that rely on fuel-intensive afterburners to maintain supersonic speeds, the X-44 can sustain these speeds using only standard engines. Imagine the benefits of this capability. It not only extends the aircraft's range by reducing fuel consumption, but also significantly lowers its thermal signature, making the aircraft harder to detect by heat-seeking systems. Additionally, the rapid acceleration capability allows the X-44 to quickly gain speed and reach high altitudes, providing a strong tactical advantage for the pilot. When confronted with a threat, the pilot can easily evade or overcome danger, turning speed into a formidable defensive weapon. Do you think this advanced technology will pose challenges to modern air defense systems, especially for countries like Russia and China, which possess some of the most advanced air defense systems. The X-44 truly elevates the prospects of aerial combat to a whole new level. Are you looking forward to the day these advancements become a reality? Share your thoughts on the future of fighter jet technology in the comments section below. Countries have heavily invested in advanced air defense technology, taking pride in their modern defense systems. However, the incredible speed of the X-44 aircraft poses a significant challenge. How can one intercept an aircraft that can easily surpass the range of the most advanced systems? This question is causing headaches for defense planners. Do you think they can find the optimal solution? The strategic attack capability of the Manta aircraft is based on its inherent sensor characteristics and speed. Its ability to penetrate heavily defended airspace undetected, combined with its capacity to carry large internal weapon loads, enables it to execute precise strikes on critical enemy targets. The most outstanding feature of this aircraft is its integrated electronic warfare capability, marking a leap forward in modern aerial combat technology. Imagine an aircraft that is not just a weapon platform, but an intelligent system capable of fundamentally altering the electronic landscape of the battlefield. Do you think that could make a significant difference on the battlefield? The integrated electronic warfare capability on the X-44 is not merely an auxiliary feature. It is a factor that reshapes the entire landscape of modern combat. With the active electronically scanned array system deeply integrated into the aircraft's body, the X-44 not only uses radar to detect targets, but also to perform directional jamming, identify signal sources, and conduct active electronic attacks. Going further, the AI-driven self-protect electronic attack and reconnaissance system enables the X-44 to analyze and respond to electronic threats in milliseconds. It can automatically change jamming tactics, create virtual decoys, or even distort signals to make the enemy believe they are engaging with an entirely different force. At the center, the aircraft's advanced sensor systems function like a complex electronic brain. This represents a revolution with top-tier computing power and advanced signal processing, enabling the aircraft not only to detect, but also to interfere with enemy radar and communication networks. This capability creates an electronic bubble that protects not only itself, but also allied forces. If you find yourself in a situation where you have to confront this type of technology, how would you respond? Another revolutionary aspect of the X-44 is its multi-domain adaptability. Unlike traditional aircraft that typically excel in a specific role but compromise in others, the Manta is not constrained by conventional mission profiles. What do you think about a pilot being able to engage in air combat, conduct ground attacks, and perform electronic warfare operations all in a single mission? This could completely change the way future air campaigns are planned. Would you want this type of aircraft in your fleet? The Manta fighter jet model not only has the capability to perform multiple missions that previously required different specialized platforms, but it also embodies a remarkable technological breakthrough. Can you guess what makes the biggest difference for the Manta compared to previous generations of fighter jets? It is the integration of advanced artificial intelligence, a system that far surpasses conventional flight control computers, acting as an AI-driven brain capable of analyzing and responding to complex battlefield situations instantaneously. The highlight of Manta is its adaptive algorithms at the core of its AI system. This is not a fighter jet with fixed programs like in the past. Instead, the neural network of the X-44 continuously learns from each aerial combat, enhancing its capabilities by analyzing patterns and outcomes to improve future tactics. As a result, the aircraft becomes more efficient after each mission, adjusting its combat methods based on accumulated experience rather than remaining static in its fixed capabilities. This is no longer a fighter jet operated by fixed programs as before. It is an entity that continuously learns and changes tactics in real time. So, what happens when the aircraft itself can learn from the opponent after just a few minutes of engagement? Thanks to the integration of multi-layered deep learning and a dynamic tactical response module, Manta not only records, but also analyzes enemy attack patterns to deliver increasingly precise responses with each mission. The adaptive threat response system enables it to identify new threats, adjust its trajectory, prioritize targets, and even change weapon configurations in an instant. Have you ever thought that AI could assist in decision-making in high-pressure combat environments? With artificial intelligence, pilots can receive invaluable support from the massive amounts of sensor data and tactical information processed instantaneously. The AI system not only provides critical insights and recommendations, but also alleviates the psychological burden on pilots, allowing them to focus on strategic decisions while the AI processes the vast stream of battlefield information. Especially, the AI system functions like a digital co-pilot, enhancing human capabilities rather than replacing them. One of the most revolutionary features is the automated defense system integrated with AI. Upon detecting a threat, the X-44 can automatically deploy appropriate countermeasures without requiring the pilot's permission. From launching heat-seeking missile countermeasures to executing evasive maneuvers against radar-guided weapons, and even deploying electronic jamming techniques to disrupt the enemy's targeting systems, everything is executed at machine speeds measured in milliseconds, faster than a pilot's perception speed. In modern space warfare, speed is key, and the AI of the X-44 provides an incredibly fast advantage. Imagine a dogfight where every millisecond counts. While the pilot is monitoring and prioritizing threats, the aircraft's computer brain has calculated the optimal defensive maneuvers. It can simultaneously analyze multiple incoming missiles, enemy aircraft positions, and potential escape routes. When the pilot made the final decision, the X-44 responded successfully at a speed beyond human comprehension. Would you like to learn more about this exceptional capability? Join the Navy Power Channel community in the comments section below to discuss. AI has shaped a range of potential responses and selected the most optimal option. This is not just an advantage, but also a turning point in the industry. AI transforms aircraft from mere machines into supercognitive combat systems, capable of thinking and reacting faster than any human pilot. Can you imagine leveraging such advantages in the most intense aerial dogfights? The combination of human intuition and computers has created a combat system where the outcome is greater than the sum of its individual parts, potentially redefining the nature of aerial warfare in the 21st century. The emergence of the X-44 has cast a long shadow over current fighter jet teams worldwide. For example, Russia's Su-57 and China's J-20, although representing the pinnacle of aerospace engineering in their respective countries, face a concerning gap in capability when confronting opponents that combine speed, superior stealth characteristics, and AI-assisted combat systems. Let's take a closer look at the combat system of the Su-57. The Su-57 is Russia's fifth-generation fighter jet, designed for air superiority and attack missions. It stands out for its speed, maneuverability, and superior stealth characteristics, along with advanced remote sensing systems and powerful engines that enable it to operate at high altitudes and speeds. However, it still has weaknesses. What happens when this advanced product faces challenges from more modern radar systems? Despite its many outstanding features, the Su-57 still has significant weaknesses. Its stealth capability is not as advanced as some Western counterparts like the F-22 or F-35, making it more susceptible to detection by cutting-edge radar systems. Additionally, the Su-57 has also faced delays in its development process and concerns about the performance of its engine and the effectiveness of its electronic systems in actual combat conditions. Some reports indicate that the production quality of the Su-57 prototype aircraft is not high, particularly in terms of durability and precision. This could affect overall reliability and performance. At the beginning of 2025, the Su-57 also encountered engine issues, with reports indicating that the initial engines had durability problems, necessitating improvements in later stages. The Su-57 is an advanced fighter jet with some stealth capabilities, but it has several distinct weaknesses compared to the F-22 and F-35, particularly in terms of radar detection due to its larger RCS. The operational performance of the Su-57 also has limitations, such as the range of its IRST and its ability to operate in complex air defense environments. These obstacles raise a significant question about whether any future advancements can bridge this gap. China is also not standing still with the development of the J-20, a fifth-generation fighter jet built to compete with top-tier fighters like the F-22 and F-35. The J-20 is known for its speed and agility, but it still has some limitations. The canard design combined with the forward wings on the J-20 has sparked controversy regarding its impact on stealth capabilities. Simulations indicate that the J-20 maintains a low visibility when facing head-on, but it still has a weakness when viewed from behind, where the radar cross-section is significantly larger compared to the F-35. Even with the new WS-15 engine, the J-20 still hasn't reached the overall performance of the F-135 on the F-35, especially in terms of thrust. Its internal weapon-carrying capability is also more limited, primarily optimized for air combat, and it does not support ground attack bombs like the F-35. In environments with modern radar systems like those on the Su-30 MKI, the J-20 can be detected from a considerable distance, especially from the rear. These differences make the J-20 a challenging aircraft to fully assess, but they also raise many questions about its true design objectives. With its current capabilities, the J-20 still cannot fully compare with its Western counterparts, making it susceptible to detection by advanced radar systems. Concerns about engine performance due to the use of older engines also affect its maneuverability and operational range. In this context, the X-44 becomes a real threat to its adversaries. Imagine a modern missile defense system that is nearly useless, designed to track and attack aircraft flying at predictable speeds and altitudes. But now, it faces a challenge from the X-44, with its hypersonic speed, radar stealth capabilities, and unpredictable flight patterns. These aircraft render billion-dollar systems obsolete and ineffective against the new threat. Imagine feeling secure under the solid airspace of your nation, only to wake up after a night and realize that an enemy aircraft has flown over without being detected by the system. It's like having the best home security system in the world, but someone has created a ghost that can walk through walls. Suddenly, all the radar systems and anti-aircraft batteries worth billions of dollars are nothing more than garden ornaments. Countries now face the harsh choice between spending a massive amount of money on entirely new detection systems or accepting that their airspace no longer belongs to them. Russia and China are heavily investing in advanced radar systems as part of their defense strategy, with Russia spending $145 billion and China spending between $246 billion and $249 billion by 2025. According to information from the Navy Power Channel, Russia is accelerating the development of a new generation of radar systems capable of detecting hypersonic missiles and stealth aircraft. Systems like the Voronezh have been known for their ability to track intercontinental ballistic missiles ICBMs, and modern aviation equipment. Since 2019, Russia and China have been collaborating on a project to build an early warning system, which includes advanced radar systems. Air defense complexes, such as the S-400, are also being upgraded with new radar technology, indicating a long-term strategy that is being implemented quietly yet clearly. Military strategists who once built their careers on defensive assumptions now find themselves back at square one, struggling to protect power stations, command centers, and other critical targets from enemies they may never see. However, this is not just a military issue. It is a national security earthquake, shaking the very foundations of how nations defend themselves. The impact of the X-44 extends beyond the military and reaches into global politics. With the possession of the X-44, the United States not only gains an advantage on the battlefield, but also acquires a powerful diplomatic tool that can alter the balance of power and influence the behavior of nations in various international situations. From a strategic perspective, the X-44 is not just a weapon, but also a tool that shapes international relations, unexpectedly undermining long-standing rules of the game. What do you think about this development in the military aviation industry? Please leave your thoughts below.
The American sky is about to erupt with a new symbol of power, a next-generation stealth fighter jet that has the entire military world watching its every move. A machine that not only flies but glides silently, evading all radar, carrying secrets never before revealed. With futuristic design, astonishing speed, and stealth technology as if straight out of a science fiction movie, all converge in one name: the F-47. Are you ready to explore the game-changing machine of the U.S. Air Force? Don't take your eyes off this video from Navy Power, where the truth is revealed layer by unexpected layer. On Friday, March 21st, 2025, in the Oval Office, a groundbreaking announcement was made, shaking the entire landscape of U.S. Air Force power. President Donald Trump, along with Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Air Force Chief of Staff General David Alvin, officially announced that Boeing is the winner in the initiative to develop the next-generation fighter jet, the New Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program. This historic moment, taking place in one of America's most iconic settings, underscores the nation's commitment to enhancing aerial combat capabilities and marks a significant step forward toward the future of air combat. President Trump revealed that a prototype of the F-47 has been secretly showcased in the skies for nearly 5 years. He emphasized that this aircraft surpasses anything any other country has built, with no rivals. Equipped with advanced stealth technology, the F-47 is nearly invisible to enemy detection systems. It possesses unparalleled power, setting a new standard for fighter aircraft. The true purpose of the F-47 is to maintain America's dominance in the skies. According to Trump, America's enemies will not be able to see it, and if it needs to engage in combat, adversaries will have no chance to react. However, he expressed hope that the aircraft will never have to be used for combat purposes. A new fleet of these advanced aircraft is expected to be built and deployed under his leadership in the coming years. Do you believe this revolution will change the perception of aerial combat? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. With advanced stealth features, incredible speed, and unmatched maneuverability, the F-47 is designed to counter emerging threats and redefine the nature of modern warfare. What made the F-47 the center of attention right from its announcement in 2025? It's not just a new fighter jet. The F-47 is a crucial component of the System Family Initiative, where manned and unmanned vehicles work closely together to tackle harsh combat environments. Alongside the unmanned combat aircraft in the Collaborative Combat Aircraft (CCA) program, the F-47 marks a strategic advancement to ensure absolute air superiority in future conflicts. What is the cost of such ambition? According to budget documents from the U.S. Air Force, the total budget for the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program, which includes both the F-47 and CCA, is projected to reach nearly $29 billion for the period from 2025 to 2029. In 2025 alone, the investment figure reached $9 billion, a clear indication of the strategic priority given to this program. Do these numbers overwhelm you? Notably, the initial development contract for the F-47 was valued at over 21 billion USD. When considering the entire operational life cycle, the overall cost could reach hundreds of billions of USD. So, how much does one F-47 cost? Some estimates suggest that the price of each unit could range from $300 million to $600 million, making it one of the most expensive combat platforms ever developed. The United States Air Force is expected to deploy this groundbreaking fighter jet in the next decade to address the urgent need to maintain technological superiority in an increasingly unpredictable world. The NGAD initiative was established to develop an advanced combat platform capable of operating in sync with other advanced systems. Born out of the need to overcome global threats, this program integrates innovative technologies into a fighter jet that can easily adapt. However, this significant announcement alone is not enough. We need to consider the long and arduous journey that has brought us to this point. The competition to create the ultimate fighter jet has long been a rivalry between two renowned American defense contractors, Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin, with its legendary F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II, has become a prominent force in the military aviation industry for decades. Their designs set high standards in stealth, maneuverability, and technological innovation, becoming symbols of American power in the skies. However, this competition is steeped in the rich historical context dating back to the Cold War era. During those tense years, the demand for air superiority drove both companies to push the limits of technology and design to the fullest. Each new aircraft is a crucial piece in the national security puzzle, and the competition between these two companies is fierce as both strive to secure the strategic interests of the United States. The innovations born from that competition have led to rapid technological advancements, from advanced stealth materials to complex flight control systems, creating the modern fighter jet models we see today. What do you think about this race? Does Boeing have what it takes to surpass the significant presence of Lockheed Martin and make its mark in military history? Boeing scored a significant victory by winning the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative, marking a shift in the balance of power within the defense industry. With the F-47 development plan, Boeing combines decades of aviation experience with a fresh perspective on the challenges of modern warfare. This success is not merely about securing a contract. It is a bold statement that Boeing is ready to lead the new generation of fighter jets into an era where flexibility, stealth, and speed are paramount. When the F-47 was officially unveiled, the military science community was filled with excitement and curiosity about the appearance of this new stealth fighter jet. Although there are only 2 sketches from the Air Force, they have revealed many intriguing details about this mysterious aircraft. One image shows a plane with a sharply edged nose design, creating a powerful, futuristic look. Another image depicts a part of the aircraft shrouded by rolling clouds, adding a mysterious touch to the design. Another prominent detail in the image is the small aerodynamic wings, which can help enhance the aircraft's maneuverability and stealth capabilities. The absence of these wings in the remaining image could be due to artistic flexibility or a different perspective. Regardless, both images share an unprecedented feature, which is the wings having a high dihedral angle. This design aspect is rare in fighter jets and might be an intentional measure to enhance stealth capabilities. Many modern aircraft like the F-22 and F-35, and even some Chinese fighters like the J-20 and J-31, have radar vulnerabilities where the wings meet the lower fuselage. On the other hand, the F-47 seems to avoid this drawback by creating a seamless diamond-shaped cross-section when viewed from below or from the side, Could this provide a significant advantage in evading radar detection? When comparing this aircraft to legendary names in the industry, a few interesting points emerge. For example, Boeing's Bird of Prey, a former experimental aircraft, demonstrated that technology and innovation are solid foundations for advanced inventions. However, the F-47's blueprint leaves some mysteries, as the rear section of the aircraft is not shown. This means we can only speculate about the design of the tail section, the engine, and other important features that remain out of sight. However, two prominent details have attracted the attention of many people. First, the canopy appears to be quite wide compared to the rest of the aircraft. A wide canopy could indicate improved visibility for the pilot and possibly a more spacious cockpit, which might be designed for advanced avionics or even a two-crew configuration in future variants. The second notable difference is the front landing gear, which consists of a single wheel instead of the dual-wheel setup commonly seen on larger, heavier aircraft like the Chinese J-36 fighter jet. This suggests that the F-47 is not intended to be a gigantic monster with a 50-foot wingspan and weighing 70 tons. Instead, it might fall within the size range of the F-22 or slightly smaller, making it more agile and nimble in combat. The design and size of this aircraft could be a crucial factor in its operational role. A fighter jet that isn't too large can take advantage of speed, agility, and the potential for reduced maintenance costs, while still maintaining a strong stealth profile. In today's rapidly changing combat environment, these factors are crucial. The ability to evade enemy radar and respond quickly to threats is at the heart of modern aerial warfare. With the F-47, it seems Boeing is betting on a design that combines the best elements of past innovations with fresh modern techniques. It will be interesting to see how these features compare to other advanced fighter jets like the F-22 and F-35, which have long been the standard for stealth and versatility in the U.S. military. When looking at the F-47, it's easy to be captivated by the opportunities a new fighter jet presents. Some details initially seem contradictory. For instance, the spacious cockpit makes one wonder if the design is meant for side-by-side seating. However, if that's the case, why does the F-47 have a single-wheel front landing gear system? Based on this, we can infer that the different seating arrangement somewhat reveals the design philosophy behind this new fighter jet. Have you ever wondered about these small details in aircraft design? General Alvin, the Air Force Chief of Staff, issued a statement full of praise for the F-47, calling it the most advanced, lethal, and adaptable fighter jet ever. He also stated that it is designed to excel, defeat, and overpower any adversary. Imagine a fighter jet, the F-47, that doesn't rely solely on stealth or speed but on extreme agility. Its ability to change position and altitude in the blink of an eye could be a major game changer. How does a fighter jet achieve such agility? One possibility is through advanced engines that combine two optimal operating modes. Imagine an engine that can operate in turbofan mode to save fuel during long patrols, and then switch to turbojet mode when a burst of power is needed for quick maneuvers. Another notable statement from General Alvin concerns the operational range of this fighter jet. He stated that the F-47 will have a significantly greater range than current fifth-generation fighters. Currently, the F-35 has a combat radius of nearly 900 miles for air-to-air missions. How can a fighter jet of similar or even smaller size exceed that range? The answer may lie in engine efficiency. Advanced engines being developed promise to improve fuel efficiency by at least 25% compared to current models. Additionally, the F-35 is designed as a multi-role aircraft, capable of carrying large payloads and serving for up to 40 years. In contrast, the F-47 airframe might be designed with a shorter lifespan, allowing for easier and more frequent replacements or upgrades. Especially for the F-47, the stealth capability has been enhanced, featuring more durable stealth surfaces and reduced maintenance time compared to the F-22, thanks to advanced design and new materials. Additionally, the F-47 is designed to be easier to maintain with higher reliability and availability, thanks to the involvement of maintenance technicians in the design process, similar to the B-21 Raider. The F-47 fighter jet is planned by the U.S. Air Force to be deployed around 2030, intended to replace the F-22 Raptor as the main combat aircraft. The F-47 will be at the core of a family of systems, which will also include unmanned combat aircraft known as CCAs. The USAF plans to manufacture at least 1,000 CCA aircraft to coordinate combat operations with the F-47 and F-35, enhancing overall combat effectiveness. These CCA drones are expected to be ready for combat by 2028. It's fascinating to think about how these design choices represent a shift in strategy. The Air Force once believed that a larger, more powerful fighter was necessary to dominate the skies, but as technology has advanced, the focus seems to be shifting towards agility and efficiency. The F-47 could symbolize this new approach, being a smaller yet faster fighter jet with advanced engines that allow it to cover more territory, potentially changing the way aerial combat is conducted. The design of this new fighter jet raises an important question: how to balance the pilot's comfort with the overall performance of the aircraft. Despite the spacious cockpit providing excellent visibility and enhancing situational awareness, this traditional design does not overlook an important factor, which is maintaining the size of the fighter jet to enhance maneuverability. Since 2020, experimental trials for the F-47 program have been conducted, involving prototype X-planes developed by Boeing and Lockheed Martin. In fact, several prototypes began test flights in 2019 and 2022, accumulating hundreds of flight hours to evaluate and test many key technologies, such as the new engine system, stealth technology, and the ability to integrate modern control systems. The initial results indicate that the F-47 has outstanding potential in terms of range, speed, and especially its ability to effectively coordinate combat operations with drones. General Alvin's comments suggest that the F-47 is not only fast, but also highly versatile. Its ability to quickly change position and altitude may indicate a design optimized for dynamic combat environments. Another intriguing detail is the F-47's ability to carry only a few AMRAAM air-to-air missiles. This might initially be seen as a limitation, but there's an interesting twist as the Air Force has suggested that each F-47 will fly alongside more than 5 drones. What are your thoughts on drones playing a major role in carrying and launching missiles? Will this tactic change the way we think about aerial combat? Finally, a new manufacturing method, such as metal printing, is used in the production of the F-47. This combination, along with other optimizations, can create space for fuel while keeping the aircraft lighter. This results in a significant enhancement in range, with initial estimates suggesting that the F-47 could see an increase in range from 25% to 50%. In light of these continuous advancements, what are your thoughts on the future of the Air Force? Could this be a significant leap in the history of fighter jet development? Let Navy Power know your answer in the comments section below. Imagine sitting in the cockpit of an F-35 right now, enjoying the strategic advantage of a modern fighter jet that can fly over 1,280 miles, engage in combat for extended periods, and return safely without the need for frequent refueling. Some information suggests that the future F-47 might be designed with only one engine. This could reduce weight, increase operational range and flexibility, and make maintenance easier. Notably, General Alvin has been very optimistic about the progress of the F-47, stating that many test versions have been flying over the past 5 years. The question is whether the F-47 will usher us into a new era of fighter jets that surpasses the F-35. General Alvin's remarks about the F-47 reaching an unprecedented level of maturity indicate that extensive testing has been conducted, not only theoretically, but also on actual aircraft during flight tests. Another interesting piece of information is that the prototype is expected to take flight during President Trump's term as early as 2028. This is truly a breakthrough when compared to the development timelines of previous fighter jets like the F-35 or F-22. However, it cannot be forgotten that even if the prototype takes off early, many more years of testing and technical improvements are needed. It is expected that the mass-produced airframes may not join the Air Force's arsenal before 2032, with initial operational capability around 2035. A promising aspect of the F-47 is its cost. The Air Force has announced that the F-47 will be less expensive than the F-22. This not only provides economic benefits, but also allows the military to acquire a larger number of aircraft, spreading the program's costs over more units. This strategy is similar to how the F-35 is currently cheaper than the F-15EX. This reflects a significant shift in strategy as the military aims to utilize advanced technologies and more versatile fighter jets instead of large and costly attack aircraft. The F-47 will not only collaborate with the drone fleet, but also operate effectively alongside refueling aircraft. Do you think this could be the future of aerial combat? The F-47 is expected to be a moderately sized fighter jet, positioned between the F-35 and the F-22 in terms of size. Although smaller, the F-47 promises significant advancements. This design, combined with reduced weight, improved fuel capacity, and advanced stealth technology, makes it an attractive option for the future strength of the U.S. Air Force. Especially with the capability to launch a swarm of drones, the F-47 becomes a force multiplier in modern warfare, where flexibility and technological integration are key. This makes us wonder whether the United States will use smaller but smarter fighter jets to completely change the game on the battlefield. Interestingly, the decision to switch to this type of compact and efficient fighter aircraft has been in the works for a long time, possibly even before the so-called pause in the NGAD program in the summer of 2024. There is controversy over the budget, with former Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall stating that the program was halted in 2024 due to a lack of funding and was not included in the 2026 budget under the Biden administration. However, the Trump administration appears to have resumed it recently. With the proposed $325 million cut in the 2025 budget, FY25 funding is reduced to $2.4 billion from the requested $19.6 billion over 5 years. This could impact the progress of the development and upgrade of the F-47, becoming a significant challenge. Following the announcement, the companies participating in the NGAD aircraft competition quickly shared their visions for the future of the U.S. Air Force. Lockheed Martin, although not winning, promptly stated their commitment to continue developing critical technologies to overcome threats and provide genuine security solutions for the 21st century. This demonstrates their commitment to innovation and air dominance. In another move, engine manufacturer General Electric also joined the discussion, expressing gratitude and a commitment to maintaining America's air superiority for decades to come. GE expressed its excitement as the NGAD program progresses and looks forward to opportunities to supply engines for future fighter jets. These statements are not just empty words, but are strategic plans with a long-term vision. The United States Air Force has increased the contract ceiling for both General Electric and Pratt & Whitney to $3.5 billion. This funding is intended to support the development of next-generation jet engines under the Next Generation Adaptive Propulsion (NGAP) program, a crucial component for powering NGAD fighter jets. The highlight is that Boeing has achieved a major victory with its completely new approach to fighter jet design. John Oster, editor-in-chief of the Air Current, noted that this is the first time Boeing has secured a contract for an entirely new fighter jet, as opposed to their previous successes, which relied on legacy designs from McDonnell Douglas like the F-15, AV-8B, FA-18, and EA-6B. So, what does the public think about this new breakthrough from Boeing? The victory with the F-47 marks a turning point for Boeing, demonstrating their readiness to innovate without relying on old paradigms. The F-47's approach leverages decades of aviation experience combined with a fresh perspective on the needs of modern combat. The next phase of the F-47 program, as announced by the Secretary of the Air Force, will commence with the Engineering and Manufacturing Development (EMD) stage. Are you curious about what will happen next in this journey? During this phase, Boeing will focus on completing, integrating, and testing all components of the fighter jet. A small number of test aircraft will be manufactured for evaluation, and this contract will include options for initial low-rate production. This means that after a rigorous testing phase, the production process will gradually be expanded to ensure that the new aircraft can be deployed effectively once all performance and safety requirements have been met. Steve Parker, the interim CEO of Boeing, stated, "We are fully aware of the importance of designing, building, and delivering sixth-generation fighter jet capabilities for the U.S. Air Force." What do you think about Boeing's determination in this race? Parker emphasized a commitment that goes beyond merely winning. The largest investment in the history of defense business has been made, and Boeing is ready to deliver the most advanced and innovative NGAD aircraft to support the mission. It seems the business landscape is very dynamic. Stepping into a future filled with promising developments in military aviation, the F-47 fighter jet is entering the engineering and manufacturing development (EMD) phase, and advanced engine programs are being launched under the framework of the Next Generation Air Propulsion (NGAP). Have you ever wondered if Boeing's new generation of fighter jets has what it takes to define the skies, or if competitors will find a way to catch up? This mix of excitement and concern leaves us eagerly anticipating what lies ahead. When comparing the F-4, a sixth-generation fighter jet currently being developed by the U.S. Air Force, with the Su-57, Russia's current fifth-generation fighter jet, the question arises, can a new but untested design surpass a fighter that has been in service since 2020? Regarding stealth technology, the F-47 is expected to possess more advanced concealment capabilities than the F-22 Raptor, featuring more durable materials and design. This will enable the aircraft to maintain its stealth over extended periods and under complex combat conditions. Meanwhile, although the Su-57 has stealth technology, it is still considered to not have reached the level of the F-22, let alone compete with the next generation like the F-47. Additionally, the operational range is another highlight. The F-47 is designed to have an exceptional flight range, catering to long-range combat missions and high-intensity conflict environments. In contrast, the Su-57 has an operational range of about 2,175 miles when not carrying weapons, which is quite impressive, but it is difficult to compete with what the F-47 is expected to achieve. AI and drones, representing a significant tactical advancement, are also where the F-47 clearly demonstrates its superior ambitions. Developed in tandem with the CCA unmanned aerial vehicle fleet, the F-47 will operate as an airborne commander, coordinating with a multitude of attack and reconnaissance drones. The Su-57 is also following this trend with the S-70 Okhotnik B drone, but can this connection achieve the high level of integration seen in the system family model of the F-47? However, the Su-57 has advantages in terms of time and cost. With a price of only about $35 to $50 million each and having been deployed since 2020, the Su-57 can be produced in larger quantities and be ready for combat situations. Meanwhile, the F-47, despite having an estimated cost of $300–600 million, is still in the testing phase and can only be deployed as early as 2030. F-47 or Su-57, which is your choice? Please leave your comments and let us know what you think about this competition. Your discussions might just shed more light on this complex issue. If you find the video enjoyable and useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the Navy Power channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on exciting content about global defense power. Thank you, and see you in the next video.